Fishing boats up and down Vancouver Island are tying up for the winter after a strong summer catch. The past few years on the water have been good, with an abundance of fish. But fishermen know that it may not always be that way, so their attention is now turning to sustainability. CTV's Chandler Grieve has more on how the seafood industry is working now to make sure there is a future in the oceans.
The halibut and the sole just came in this morning.
The last of 2011's big catch is going fast at French Creek Seafood. This year, the waters off the coast of Vancouver Island provided a surprisingly good haul, capping off what has been a seafood revival of sorts in BC.
Yeah, no, it's actually a really good surprise this year. You know, it started off in Barclay. We're expecting a few sockeye to return, and we had a huge run there, a record run. All the way through the season, more fish showed up than what we were expecting.
Away from the water and atop Vancouver Island University, the fish talk was about how to keep the industry moving forward. The university's Institute for Coastal Research welcomes a variety of speakers to talk about some of the hot issues like food security, expanding markets, and the big one, sustainability.
That somebody will fish that last one if there's an economic opportunity.
We have a large industry. I think our seafood industry last year is worth $1.4 billion in British Columbia. We're trying to explore the question of whether we can have healthy, sustainable marine and coastal ecosystems and a thriving, innovative seafood sector.
The president of the Center for Coastal Health thinks the seafood industry needs to become more unified to help itself through the murky waters that lie ahead.
Trying to start to think about not as a bunch of separated sectors, but really start to think about food from the oceans and what is the most sustainable, the most socially acceptable, the most environmentally tolerable.
For an industry that has had their fair share of ups and downs, the last few years has been a pleasant surprise, but they too understand the need for sustainability, as too much of a good thing now could mean fishing away tomorrow's meal ticket.
I plan on being in this industry for a lot of years yet, and it's not like a farmer that can look out across his field and see it. We don't see what we're out trying to harvest. We all believe in the future because we have to. We've got families growing up, you know, you got kids, grandkids, you know, growing up we need to keep this industry alive for them.
So as the money continues to trickle in on this year's profitable catch, all eyes will be focused on VIU tomorrow, when more than 80 people within the sector will pitch their ideas and strategies towards the future of fish in BC. Chandler Grieve, CTV News, Nanaimo.